In this day and age, AI controls everything. AI controls our cars, our education, our arts, and soon our military. But the big question is, who controls AI? Artificial intelligence, AI, refers to the development of computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Tasks like art, music, literature, and even physical activities are slowly being taken over by AI. And it's no doubt that you've encountered it at least once in your daily life. Such famous examples of AI can be seen in self-driving cars, facial recognition software, and the creation of AI art. AI is built using a complex database of labels and data that are taken from various sources. The AI then uses this giant heaping mound of data and uses it to identify everything else that it sees, making decisions in real time and creating. But as powerful as this learning machine can be, it isn't as powerful as the 26-year-old billionaire feeding it. In this video, we'll be solving the mystery man behind AI's knowledge, retelling every moment that led to his billionaire status. This is the story of the man who owns AI. This is the story of Alexandr Wang. Remove all expectations because Alexandr's AI endgame might shock you. Alexandr Wang was born in January 1997 in a little town called Los Alamos, New Mexico. Name ring a bell? That's because this is the exact same place where Oppenheimer founded the hydrogen bomb. With his parents both being physicists, he was exposed to the world of knowledge and science from a young age. His parents were smart, and the apple definitely didn't fall far from the tree. Alexandr Wang started showing an interest in computer programming at just the age of 8, showing advanced academic skills and winning multiple math competitions. He got to the point where Alexander's academic knowledge was so advanced that he eventually got into MIT at the age of 18, a prestigious school for gifted minds that not anyone can enter, especially if you're 18-year-olds. Enrolling in a computer science course, he was eventually exposed to the power of AI. At the time, AI was bare bones and could do menial tasks like identify only specific cases or even label objects. But Alexandr knew that the possibilities of AI would become endless. He knew that he needed to jump on the AI train as soon as he could, and that's when he started his first project. The project was simple but useful. Install a camera to the inside of his fridge that could take a snapshot of his grocery items and list it down for him so he can double check his grocery list whenever he needed to. This was simple, of course, until he got to work on the AI. The AI was supposed to identify specific grocery items like peanut butter, butter, oil, and even meat cuts, but the AI had no idea what it was looking at. Alexandr had to go through the time-consuming task of labeling each grocery item in the system, lest a fridge camera confuse a bottle of hot sauce for ketchup.
They're the same picture.
Alexandr was annoyed, tired, and ultimately inspired.
I got it! Yeah, son of a...
Alexandr knew that every company, big or small, was going to utilize AI, and every company was going to go through the hassle of labeling everything they needed the AI to identify, and there was no existing company to help with that problem. So he got to work. After figuring out a niche in the AI market, Alexandr decided to jump in with both feet, dropping out of MIT and establishing a Silicon Valley startup group called Y Combinator. After getting some much-needed experience out in the field, along with a few close network partners, Y Combinator transitioned into what we now know as Scale AI. Launched in 2016 in San Francisco, Scale AI's value proposition was simple. It was a company that took on the hassle and labor of developing an AI infrastructure for any big companies that wanted to leverage their AI systems. This meant that Scale AI was in charge of image recognition, language processing, document analysis, and much more. Scale AI is basically the reason behind our self-driving cars identifying what a stop sign is, or in what scenario the cars should step on the brakes. This value proposition was a success, eventually earning them multiple investments from tech companies and growing their clientele. Soon, bigger companies such as Toyota, Samsung, Uber, Pinterest, and small tech startups such as Yuka were asking for their help. This led to booming growth within the company, bumping its valuation up to a whopping $7.3 billion, officially placing Alexandr Wang on 2021's youngest billionaires list. But Scale AI's list of services don't stop there. Since then, Scale AI has expanded their list of products to include a service that integrated the scraped data into their AI system, thus further streamlining the process for larger companies. Alexandr's vision for AI has always been 3 steps ahead of the industry, and that makes the future growth of AI and his company even more exciting. As the world grows more and more advanced, the need for AI continues to grow as well. Multiple industries have started integrating AI into their systems, and that includes the US military. One such military application of AI in the military is the use of Scale AI's own Scale Donovan, a product that can be used to analyze topographic effects on the world via satellite. A notable and recent application of Scale Donovan was the use of satellite imagery and online discussions to determine the exact status of specific places in Ukraine during the Ukraine and Russian war. At a glance, the United States military could immediately determine which Ukrainian cities were attacked or under siege, and the military was immediately interested. Another AI product that Alexandr Wang wants to implement is the introduction of AI into healthcare, taking the hassle of minor diagnosis from doctors and instead delegating these smaller tasks to AI so that doctors could attend to more pressing matters. Although hypothetically these could be quite helpful in the future, I am still traumatized by WebMD diagnosing my minor cough as lung cancer.
Mr. White?
Yes.
You understood what I've just said to you.
Yes. Lung cancer. Inoperable.
But with this positive future in mind, Alexandr emphasizes the need for a huge country like America to maintain dominance over AI. Alexandr encourages the creation of legislative actions that help cultivate future AI tech. For Alexandr Wang, AI is more than just a convenient tool. It could also be used as a weapon if held by the wrong hands. And luckily for us, Alexandr is on our side. But is he really the right person for the job? While AI is indeed a useful tool, the question of ethics applies. Case in point, Alexandr Wang's side business, remote tasks. At some point during Scale AI's lifespan, the data became too much. There were too many minutes of videos, too many pictures of groceries, and too many satellite images for a small team of 300 employees to sift through. It even got to the point where the company started operating at a slight loss because of how much labor was needed to sort through everything. That's when Scale AI put up Remote Tasks, a company that would outsource simple data labeling jobs to rural countries where the pay was notoriously less. Countries like the Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam started receiving offers of small data tasks with the promise of pay at the end of the day. The problem here was the pay wasn't anything close to livable, basically creating the digital age's version of the old Nike sweatshops.
I say, I seem to have sewn a shoe to my hand. May I go to the nurse? Replace him! Ah!
Another argument to be made is AI's ability to eventually replace workers and artists, basically removing their source of income and relevancy in the market. It's happening right before our eyes, with ChatGPT being used for essays and a wide library of AI models used to generate AI art in hard quotes. But with how much emphasis Scale AI has put on human labor being needed by AI, it seems that AI might be in good hands. Alexandr Wang believes that humanity has one thing that AI could never learn: intuition. Sure, an AI could identify all the right routes to cross and when the right time to stop during traffic is, but nothing can replace the human touch. No AI can discern whether an old lady crossing the street is having a bad day, nor could an automated chatbot tell how upset you are.
He can't keep getting away with it!
It's these small nuances that make humans necessary at work, and why Alexandr Wang himself believes that AI can never replace humans, at least for now.